And welcome to Inside Cornerstone, a closer look at Cornerstone Global Methodist Church here in Alexander City. We really appreciate you being a part of this program and watching it. And it's a special program because look how young everybody is. We're just a bunch of young people right here.
Right.
And we miss Brett. He's off doing some kind of SEC type stuff, doing his job. But we got the best part. We got the best part of that family right here. The preacher family, well represented right here. David, good to have you.
Welcome.
It looks like you picked a couple of keepers here.
Oh, man, we had to bring the A-team today.
Introduce these guys.
Yes, sir.
First of all, we have Eli here. Man, Eli's a great person who has been serving the Lord for a while now. So, been
Yes,
coming
sir.
to you forever. So, glad to have you back.
Yes, sir.
Then we got
Thank you.
Brindley Pritchard. So, well, what can I say? A person who shares the faith not only here, but also in schools everywhere else. So, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Great to have you guys. Thanks for coming.
Yes, sir. Anytime.
I don't know where to start. You guys are doing so much stuff, but why don't we start? Let's start with the trip that's coming up, okay? 'Cause
All right.
y'all do this every year, and Brindley, I'm supposing this is something that you always look forward to.
Yes, I'm really excited.
Well, just tell us about it. How does it? Just go through the whole thing, and how's it work?
Okay, so the bus ride up there is obviously really fun because we'll all just David normally brings a speaker, so we'll just listen to a bunch of Christian music and just sing our hearts out.
Yeah.
And David sometimes videos it and posts it on Facebook. But it's really fun. And then we get there and we all go into our houses and then we just do our devotionals and we all just get along really well. It's a lot of fun.
That is so unusual. Is this true, David? They
It's
get
very
along?
true.
They really get along?
But they do. We don't have really. But the cool thing about this year is we have a new van that has Bluetooth speakers.
Yay!
That's a big deal for us.
A Bluetooth?
Yeah, Bluetooth. So we'll talk about dropping a pin in a minute. But yeah, we finally got them new vans so we can hook up our phones to and
They're nice. They're nice
finally play
vans.
some good
Very
Bluetooth,
nice.
Bluetooth music.
Well, David, talk about
So-
how in the beginning of the year, how this takes place. How do you put this together?
Well, an Impact Weekends, like we're finna go on, already starts the week after we get back. I mean, the planning, the preparation, you always pray about it and wait on God to hit you with the right Bible verse, the right scripture. Then you give that out to all your teams. Say, hey guys, this is the scripture we'll be going with.
Yeah.
Start working on your talks, anything that we have to go with it. But the planning process starts in a month from now for next year. So that way when we get to the beach, we're really focused on getting our students together, worshiping God, and just having fun in the process. So
Am I
that's a
right in
smooth
saying that
transition.
you kind of earn your spot through the year
Right.
by being involved with the youth group? Is
And,
that right?
and I think Brindley just touched on that a while ago. They had to have good attendance throughout the year, be a part of our small groups and all of that to be able to go on this trip. I mean, let's be realistic. If we opened it up to everybody, we could carry 200 or 300 kids to the beach. I mean, what
Yeah.
kid in our
course.
neighborhood wouldn't want to just go on a beach trip?
I think
But
it's pretty neat that you give them opportunities to show how much they really want to go in for the
Right.
right reasons, and that's
And-
good. That's
and
a
I
good
think
reinforcement.
I think our church, the people in our church ought to know that because these are kids that have earned a spot to be able to go to the beach. It's just not it's a fun trip, but it's just not open to anyone. You've got to have been a part of our small groups to be able to go. It's kind
Sounds
of a
good.
reward trip for them.
Eli, what do you
so-
think about the trip? How many times have you been on it?
I want to say about 3 times.
3 times.
Yes, sir.
So talk
think-
about it.
I think it's an amazing trip. It sets an example for the younger people that's coming up to youth, of course. Mr. David always puts on good trips, everything for us. And I just really want to appreciate David for all that he does for us, of course.
Thank you, bro.
Yes, sir, anytime. This trip is mainly used to, learn what we have learned in youth and about God and stuff like that.
That sounds
Kind of
pretty
Super
good.
Bowl for the youth department. It's
Yeah,
our
yes, sir.
Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It's like we put everything we've work throughout the whole year on, and we just bring it all together for one weekend.
That
It's like,
sounds great.
that's what everyone looks forward to.
Yeah,
like
you can
the end.
tell. You can tell that. Well, Eli, David probably can't relate to what we're fixing to talk about because he's such a young man.
Right.
I myself am a seasoned veteran, and there used to be a group called Three Dog Night. You ever heard of them?
I have not.
Eli.
I'm sorry.
Let's take a break and we'll be back. No, I'm just kidding. All right. David, you know Three Dog Night, don't you?
That must be a dinosaur.
What? You've
thing.
never heard of Three Dog Night?
He's looking for that one person that in the your ages to try to find that one person that's heard of them before. And
Really?
I-
Have you heard of Three Dog Night?
No,
Tell 'em
never.
that's the dinosaur thing coming out of him.
Okay, I tell you what, we'll play, I'll video record us playing a couple of their songs on the way down Thursday.
So you have heard of them.
No, I'll YouTube it.
I
We
know
can YouTube
songs.
it.
You ever heard Jeremiah Was a Bullfrog? Was a good friend of mine?
Yeah.
That's Three Dog Night. Come on.
I know songs. I don't know like people that write the
got it.
songs. Yeah.
Well, where I was going with this before I got plastered against the wall was they have a song called Eli's Coming.
I've heard that
really?
song.
Eli's coming.
Never heard that song.
I've
I might have
heard
to listen
that
to it when I
song.
leave.
I've heard it.
Okay.
That's Three Dog Night. You do know Three Dog Night.
We'll play it
There you
Thursday.
go.
Well,
And then they just keep getting crazier and crazier, and they really, all about Eli.
I've heard that
Yes,
song.
sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's other songs you've heard too. We'll talk about that during the break.
Brindley
though.
trying to get on his good list.
I have heard them though. I've
She
heard
done
them.
said she heard
She's
both
never heard
songs.
of it.
Yeah.
Yes, I
Actually,
have.
she's on it now because she has heard about some of the Three Dog Night songs. But I had to mention it for Eli because not a lot of people have a song about him.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So do you want to tell them what you did last year on the trip before we go to break about the pin drop?
That was your four last, David.
Oh, it's your full ass. They catching up with me.
Go ahead because I'm prepared.
So here we was last year. We got to camp. I'm in camp mode, so I'm doing all of these setups. I mean, I'm setting up, everything. My phone rung about 10 times. David, I'm on First Street and Hattonville. I was like, I don't know where First Street is in Hattonville. I don't know if you take a right or left at the stop sign. I don't know. Second phone call, I'm on Jefferson Street in Troy. I don't know where Jefferson Street is. I don't know how you turn, and then he ends up in Pensacola or somewhere. I'm taking a toll booth. I'm on a ferry. I just crossed on a ferry. Where do I go after I get off the ferry? I don't know. We didn't take a ferry. And then finally, the 10th call, after I'm sweating, I was like, Billy, let's just hang up. I'm going to drop you a pin and let you know where I'm at. It'll tell you exactly.
I'm ready.
And Billy looked, and I could hear him he hesitated for a minute. He said, well, Dave, I don't have a pin in my truck. It's like, okay. But that's the story we will always remember
funny.
From Impact. I tried to drop him a pin, but it didn't work. So he finally got there, though. He got
Yeah,
there,
glad
but
you
you had a
made
little
it.
trouble on the way home.
I turned on Three Dog Night.
Yeah.
And I just kind of followed the sound,
Right. Billy's still the type that'll walk into a Shell station and ask them for directions.
I've done it before. Absolutely.
But we have a good time. That's one of my favorite trips of all time, is to go down there and relax. And it comes at a perfect time, right before school starts, to try to get our mind back focused on God before the school starts and just have a good time.
Yeah, and David always says, you're not coming again this year, are you? And I said, yeah, David, I'm coming. I want to be down there with the young people. And I leave, and I drive 4.5 hours. Of course, the Penn trip was a little longer than that. But I drive 4.5 hours to get down there. I share what I hope is a decent message, and then I drive all the way back. And I get back about, I don't know, 1 or something like that.
That's what I had to compliment you on, is how many people just drive 8 hours, 9 hours in one day, just come speak at it for 30 minutes at a youth event, and then,
Yeah.
that's pretty special. So,
Sir.
Well, I
appreciate it.
appreciate you
Thank you.
saying that, and that almost makes up for the pen thing. I don't know. It's something I love to do, and I tell you, I love our young people. I mean, that's all I've ever done all my life is work with young people. And honestly, I get a little frustrated because I don't have the. We got so many people. I'm glad that we have all of them, but we have so many people coming to church, and they go to the hospital, they have surgeries, babies are born. Things like that. I don't really get to spend the quality time with the youth that I wish that I could. I love it when I do get to, but there's more responsibilities there than just that. But I gotta say this before we go to break. One of the greatest experiences that I have at Cornerstone is to be up there sharing a message and look out and see you guys and all your friends, and you're listening.
Amen.
You're listening. You're not. You're engaged. Some of you even take notes, which blows me away. But I really appreciate that and the leadership, and I hope we can talk about this more. I want to come back and talk a little bit about the big house and the ministry of the youth right now. But we've got some great sponsors, and we got to give them a shot. So. We really appreciate you watching this segment, but guess what? We've got some more coming. We'll be back with more of Inside Cornerstone right after these messages.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Medicine Express Family Pharmacy, located conveniently at the corner of Airport Drive and Highway 280 in Alexander City, offers friendly service, convenient drive-through service, and can answer any questions on prescriptions and vitamins. Local family owned with 30-plus years of pharmacy experience, they also offer compounding services, which includes personalized hormone replacement, therapies, and pain gels. And they accept most insurance and discount cards. Go see them today at Medicine Express Family Pharmacy.
Amanda Scroggins with RE/MAX Around the Lake will cover every inch of Lake Martin's 880 miles of shoreline to find your family's dream home. Amanda's experience is top-notch, and she is consistently a top 10 RE/MAX agent in the state of Alabama. Her love for her clients is sincere and from the heart. Call her today at 256-749-6634 or visit her website, amandascroggins.com today.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Welcome back to Inside Cornerstone, and we got some wonderful young people with us, Brindley and Eli, sharing about a great trip that's coming up this week. I know they're going to enjoy it. I want to talk just a little bit about the big house, and I want to ask you, when you found out, and it finally dawned on you, because I guess at first you didn't know what in the world we were building, maybe a place to drop pins or something, but when you saw it start to become, I'm guessing, more than you thought at the beginning, and then finally the finished product, what were you thinking, Eli, about the big house?
At first, when y'all were building it, I had no idea what it was.
I can understand that.
To be honest, me and my little brother, we went snooping a little bit when they were putting the concrete down, and I seen Mr. David's hand right there. I was like, whoa, that is one big hand, I guess.
You telling me that David Hand put his hand down?
I had to do it.
Yes.
I had to do it.
Yes, sir. And it was, I feel like it's been a huge impact on our lives, really. Because if we never had a big house, I don't know what we would do, honestly. We would still be in that hot room in the arbor.
With no air conditioning.
Fair enough.
Yes, sir.
Really, what about you, the big house?
It was crazy because we all got to see it get built. Like it wasn't just already there. Like we got we all went after church one Sunday before there was I don't know, like wood.
Pallets?
Just
Yeah.
started.
Yeah, it like just started, like the cement had just dried, and we all went and out there and prayed over it. And it was just crazy
Wow.
how we could all drive by and see it like get built up to where it is now.
I bet that was neat. And every Sunday you came, it showed progress.
Right.
Yes, sir.
It got built really fast, like really fast.
That's something I'm not sure a lot of people think about, but every time I walk in there, and a lot of times I think about how many scriptures are wrote in the studs.
Yeah.
I think about that
You
too.
just don't forget that. I mean, you know, there's a lot of people poured out their hearts to you guys, and it was a wonderful testimony.
I think it's a worship center,
Oh.
more so than a recreational facility.
I mean, you
It's
think of the
been
things
used
we've
for-
done
Yeah,
there,
right, yeah.
the meals we served, the devotions we've had, the Bible studies, the baptisms, the music. Wow, what a fun, wonderful facility.
And then I see that the youth are branching out from the big house and taking a role in organizing things even at school. Really, do you go to the girls' thing that goes on at Chick-fil-A? You do?
Every Tuesday
Do
morning.
you go to the guys?
Yes, sir.
I'd like to give each of you an opportunity. Brindley, you can go first. Of what that has meant. What we're talking about here is we got some leaders that go and help organize. I'm sure there's leaders from other churches too, but they help organize and do a devotional. The girls, I believe I'm right, are on Tuesdays at 7 o'clock in the morning, and it's at Chick-fil-A. And then the guys, same time, 7 o'clock on Tuesday morning, but y'all over at Hardee's, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, Brindley, take a little time and talk about how that started and how it worked out, having the devotional at Chick-fil-A.
Well, really, like the girls, we just wanted to like get a chance so we could all be together, like just us girls.
Yeah.
And so we had two great leaders, Misty Sanders and Kristen Culligan, come out and like every Tuesday morning during school, or not during school, but before school at 7 a.m., we would go and like they would let us pick devotionals. So it like meant more to us because it was like whatever like we were going through during that time. So we would get to like do our devotionals, and then we would all we would get a chance to all read the Bible verses that came with it, and we would all get a chance to pray. So we all felt like really involved, and it was just like a great way to connect with each other and learn more about God.
Sounds fantastic. And let me ask you this: after you got going, did you find some girls from the school that kind of started coming that weren't coming at first that heard about it?
Yeah, we got a bunch of. It definitely grew. Like we had to get a bunch of tables
Yeah.
to get
I'm
all
sure
of us to
Chick-fil-A
fit.
did mine.
By the end of the school year, they knew who all of us were. Like they knew we were coming in every morning.
Well, Chick-fil-A's got a great Christian reputation
Yes.
in the business world, and I'm sure they loved seeing you there. And it wasn't unusual for you guys to have 30, 35.
Yeah, we had a big group. Some that didn't even go to our church, they just like went to our school that would come every morning.
See, I think that's fantastic. You probably know that I'm major into Fellowship of Christian Athletes.
Yes, sir.
And what SCA is now trying to do is teach the students how to lead it.
Yeah.
Used to, you had a coach like me, and I'd be the leader of SCA. And then we meet after football practice and stuff like that. And SCA kind of relied on that. But with all the lawsuits and all the litigation that's come out, see, when the young people do it, they can't say anything.
Right.
But when a faculty member and a coach, there's coaches in California that's gotten fired for kneeling down on the field and saying a prayer afterwards because he did it in front of the kids, and he got
Right.
fired for it. And I'm not saying that would happen in Alabama, but now they're teaching students how to do it. Well, Eli, talk about your group. Now, your group started a little later.
Yes, sir.
The girls were kind of on fire, and then the guys. I'm guessing the guys say, "Why don't we do it?"
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So we kind of going off of what Brindley said.
Uh-huh.
Each week we would pick out a new person to do a devotion. Half of the time they would forget who did it. Of course.
That's guys.
That's the
Of
guys.
course, yes.
That's the guys.
But yeah, it really, going into the school year and stuff like that, doing the devotions, it would put on like a huge impact going into the school. Thinking about that in your mind, going into school, of course. Ms. David, I don't know if you know about this, but one of the people that were working at Hardee's, they snooped on us a little bit, watched us a little bit, and at the end of the year, he had walked up to me and Dawson Barnett and asked us if he could do it with us next year.
Wow.
That's awesome.
So
good.
that's my next question. So the plans that we're going to do it again this year.
Right.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Well,
sir.
that's good, and
Yes, sir.
you know the good chance that it'll grow from there.
Yes, sir.
That's how great things like that happen. They start and they begin to grow, and then people, just like your guy, he's paying attention
Yes,
to
sir.
what y'all are doing. I think that's fantastic.
Well, I bet I have to say for both Hardee's and Chick-fil-A, they do a wonderful job with our students. I mean, they know the students, almost all of them by name. They'll say, guys, it's so happy to see y'all back here every week. So they love it when you do something like that. And, you know, toward the end there, we had people just coming up and starting to buy our boys biscuits. It's like, we appreciate y'all being here and doing something like this. So let me buy y'all's biscuits this
Right.
morning.
Especially
So-
Carson's granddad.
Yeah, Carson's granddad, he bought week after week, you know.
I just think that's fantastic.
Uh,
That is outreach that the youth are doing, and it's amazing. It's fantastic. It sure is.
But the boys' side, it's a lot of fun because you talking about so much smack talk goes on at that table on Tuesday morning.
Christian smack.
I do not know how they already thinking about why, you know, they're just so into smack talking that early in the morning. And we get
Yeah.
wound up.
Most of it's about golf. I mean, Caleb would go, Robert, that's why you shot a 98 on
Yeah.
18 holes or something like that. It could be the most random things.
And you can't fish because you're sitting in the boat and eating your sardines. And how can you catch a fish if I'm looking back there at you and all you're doing is eating? It's that type of, I mean, it's tough on Tuesday morning. Who does the most, you know, conditioning in their sports? You know, is the fishing team more conditioned than the football team? You know, it's really.
Tough love.
Yeah,
Tough love.
apparently golf has more conditioning than soccer.
Right.
I highly doubt
So
that.
they think golf is, you know. I think they
Well,
run more than soccer. But you know.
Keep the smack
Exactly.
coming as long as you have Christian groups that are meeting and studying the Bible. Talk all the smack you want to. I mean, that's fantastic. I just think that is a unique thing. And SCA, that's a really great model for even them to follow. And we may have another one starting. When we had our mission thing that went on at Cornerstone, I talked to all the lady coaches, the coaches of the ladies' teams there at Benjamin Russell, and they were extremely interested in starting a similar group for the
Right.
girl athletes, and maybe I guess the cheerleaders too. And it was going to be Thursday at 7. And I haven't heard back from them yet, but I know when we had that, they were 100% behind, you know, having it. But you got to start somewhere. And I think starting with the youth
Yeah.
is the best way to start. no
But that
doubt.
says a lot for you guys. Look at the foundation you set.
That's right.
That other
sir.
people want to continue stuff like that. So great foundation you guys set.
And these
Sir.
things continue to grow,
Oh yeah.
continue.
Yeah, people like they came more to find out about like us going to Chick-fil-A and Bible studies and stuff because we would always come in with our Chick-fil-A cups and they'd be like, "Why do y'all all of y'all have Chick-fil-A cups?" And we would tell them that we went to Bible study, and then people would always ask to come and like what time it was, and then they'd show up.
That's
That's awesome.
neat. That's got potential to just keep on growing.
Oh yeah.
That's right. Well, let's see. I want to talk to you a little bit about the service that you do, and I think David, you mentioned that possibly there's going to be another service this fall.
Right. And you're looking at the two main ones. I've already sent them the video for us to start working on in the next week or two.
Yes, sir.
But it's going to be another powerful service, and
Well, that's exciting.
I'm excited.
I think y'all was here last, but I'm not going to prepare you for what the ending is. I'm not. I'm just be ready. That's all I'm saying for the end. You might have fire floor.
What did you
I've
say?
checked with
Fire? Did you say fire?
I've checked with the fire marshal. We good.
And the fire marshal said, "Go ahead." Is that what you're
We
saying?
good, but don't be. You know, we're gonna be all right.
Yeah. Keep
But,
talking.
but yeah, October the 26th we'll have another Youth Sunday, and we got two of our all-time favorite people coming back, and we'll talk about that just a few minutes off.
I want to hear something about that, and I want to hear about that service because that service was so powerful.
Yeah.
And having another one, I think, will just be even better. So,
Amen.
I saw the light, by the way. It's time for a break. What a great show this is, having these two fantastic young people leaders join us today. So, thanks for watching, and just keep on watching. We got another segment of Inside Cornerstone coming back in just a second.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Amanda Scroggins with RE/MAX Around the Lake will cover every inch of Lake Martin's 880 miles of shoreline to find your family's dream home. Amanda's experience is top-notch, and she is consistently a top 10 RE/MAX agent in the state of Alabama. Her love for her clients is sincere and from the heart. Call her today at 256-749-6634 or visit her website, amandascroggins.com today.
Medicine Express Family Pharmacy, located conveniently at the corner of Airport Drive and Highway 280 in Alexander City, offers friendly service, convenient drive-through service, and can answer any questions on prescriptions and vitamins. Local family owned with 30-plus years of pharmacy experience, they also offer compounding services, which includes personalized hormone replacement, therapies, and pain gels. And they accept most insurance and discount cards. Go see them today at Medicine Express Family Pharmacy.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Welcome back to Inside Cornerstone. And Eli, what grade you going into?
I'm about to be a junior.
A junior. That's great. So, how
big
much
junior.
would it be worth it for me to stand out on the front steps of the school and say, Eli's coming?
Oh, man. I'll probably roll into the school listening to that. Let everybody know I'm coming.
Yeah. Let's talk a little bit, if you don't mind, about. Well, let's finish talking about our service that we're going to do, because that's coming up in a couple of months, I guess. So you said there were going to be some surprises, David.
Yeah, there are going to be some surprises. We'll have these two be leading a wonderful drama again. I think it's very powerful. I've seen it several times. I think it's going to be just as powerful as the last one.
So, Brindley, you're going to be Brindley's coming.
But we'll also have our two people who will be doing our concert on 26th at night has agreed to come in Saturday, so we can do all our setup on Saturday, and they'll be doing the music on Sunday morning.
Oh, I bet that'll be great.
Yes. So it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful time, and I think it's going to be a great Sunday.
That sounds
Because
that way.
these guys, gonna make it that way. Them trusting God to give them the direction they need to go, and we'll put together a wonderful day that day. So.
Not to say that Cornerstone is better than any other church. We love all the churches. We're just trying to be best we can be.
Right.
But how does it feel to be a young person in a church that gives the young people access to the ministry, to the services, and they're constantly doing things that revolve around a lot of the stuff you're doing? I mean, I'm guessing that makes you feel a part of the church.
Yes, sir.
Because you're making some contributions there. And I can't help but notice the kids at the church, and there's a lot of them that are behind you. They're not there yet, but they're watching. And it seems to me like you're paving the road for them to step right in there when their time comes. Is that on anybody's mind? Do you ever think about that
Yeah.
much? Or
I think about it.
yeah.
And that's something me and the new confirmation leaders have talked about in the last few weeks. We want to make sure we start off this year, starting in August, having a buddy system. Our youth will take part in having one or two of the confirmation class kids. And then that whole entire year, Eli have this buddy, so that when he gets in the youth, he'll already know Eli and talking to Eli and cutting up with Eli. So we're gonna start a buddy system for our confirmation class.
I think that's great. And some of those young people that are coming to the high school, let's say for the first year, I mean, they're going to be scared. Of course,
Yeah.
they're going to do everything in their power to not let you think they're scared, but they're going to be scared, and so it's going to be comforting for them to know that they've got you guys
Yeah.
to lean on.
Right.
You know.
And they got a huge junior class to lean on. We got a
We
big
got a big
junior
class.
Big class.
How many you got in the class you got?
20 something.
Yeah.
Plus probably 30 kids in our junior
That's
class.
fantastic.
Our senior Sunday may take up the whole service.
That's okay. I've never objected to that. And, you know, talking about the service that we had back, I guess that was in the spring, is the adults loved it. I mean, it was a meaningful worship service for everybody. They were touched by all the sincerity and y'all's spirit about what you were doing. It was absolutely fantastic. Let's talk about going back to school now. That's happening in what, a week or less?
August 6th.
Yeah, less than a week.
Next Wednesday.
So as you come into the school and start the school year as a Christian youth, how do you feel? Like you're going back to school, you've grown, I think, in your faith. And so now, what's the goal?
Well, I want to take everything that I've known and I've learned over these past, few months and stuff that I've learned, and take it into the school year with me, and spread it out to everybody else.
That's why, I like having impact kind of towards the end, right before school starts, because we're all on such a Jesus high, and we can take that, into the school and spread the love of God to everyone.
Mm-hmm. And that's catchy in schools. You know, I'm so excited to think about the opportunities that you're going to have. And, we'll talk about this. We talked about it last time I came down. We'll talk about this next time. And I'll just give you a little snippet of what we're going to. It's not going to be an Eli's coming thing, but we're going to talk a little bit about how far do you take this relationship with Christ, because he actually, and this is for adults too, he wants every part of our life. Sometimes we compartmentalize our life and we say, yeah, you can count on me on Sunday, and I'm going to be at Chick-fil-A, on Tuesday. But now, when I go here, or the prom comes up, or something like this happens, it's a little bit harder to let go and let God, because there's a different set of temptations and expectations that you have in those settings. And my prayer would be that all of us, that includes adults, that when we accept Christ into our life and we want to follow him, we do it in every aspect of our life. So a Christian cheerleader has an opportunity to be a witness, and a Christian athlete has an opportunity wherever you are to be a witness.
Amen.
I love being a witness for Christ as a athlete back in the day, which was almost prehistoric. but I also saw opportunities to be a Christian witness as a teacher, a coach, a principal, a superintendent. Wherever you go, you carry with you the opportunity to make a difference.
Amen.
And I just believe that you guys are going to come into this year and make a difference. You're going to see Benjamin Russell not only take a step up in sports in some ways, but in spirituality step up.
Yes, sir.
Amen.
Because not everybody there is a follower, right? There are some that don't really want to go in that direction right now.
Yes, sir.
But that's why Christ challenges us to go into the world, for sure.
We got a lot of students sitting on the fence. You know, they're not sure which way to go yet. So it's kids like this right here.
That's sort of what the talk is going to be about.
Hey,
It's
it's
gonna be-
about being all in. You know,
Yeah.
if you're gonna do something, be all in for it.
That's right.
So it's, you know, you can sit on that fence all you want to, but God's asking you to be all in. He's not asking for a part-time Christian whenever you decide it's benefit to you. You know, he wants you all in, and that's what I think these two guys right here, I know they're all in, so I hope they are spreading that to all the other kids. So,
Sir.
Well, I know personally I have a burning desire. I'm going to work my tail off every day as hard as I can. I'm going to be enthusiastic and excited because we've got young people at our church that believe in our cause, in God's cause. And we got children that are unbelievable. I mean, they go around, they went up to Silicaga yesterday and went up to the park, and a bunch of people that go to our church from Silicaga met them there, and they're going around passing out things to people that need stuff and loving them and singing to them and everything you can imagine. So it's catchy.
it is.
I mean, when you young people do what you're doing now, man, you got a bunch of followers watching you, and they just jump right in there with you. That's how it's supposed to work, right?
That's
Yes,
it.
sir.
Yeah.
That's it. They're watching y'all leading by example. So thank y'all.
So what grade you going into the 11th grade?
11th grade.
11th grade.
Yes, sir.
That's that huge group you're
That's
talking
a
about.
huge
Yes,
group.
sir.
Hey, and they also they talked about going on a cruise for their 12. So,
Oh yeah.
So I got to swim out there now?
yeah. So
Golly
when
dang.
y'all want your pastor on a cruise with y'all, right?
Yes.
So they was talking about doing a
Young
church
people take cruise, pastor gets eaten by sharks.
It's okay. We'll try not to drop your opinion.
That's good. I deserve it all. I deserve it, you know. That's part of the fun of it, for
But
sure.
yeah, I have to say this 11th grade group is a special group. You know, as far as I've been in youth ministry, 22 years now, I think a little bit over, whatever. This is one of the most special groups I've ever had because.
I've heard you mention them more than once. at
Right,
meetings.
because when we went through all that we went through here a couple years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, these guys stuck with us throughout everything.
And that says a lot.
And didn't never not show up. I mean, it was always every Sunday, Wednesday night, no matter what. You know, I know they was hearing stuff in the background, you know, about what changes could be made and things that they was probably not gonna have anymore, like the shed and stuff like that. They really didn't care. They still stuck to who they believed in and stuck to their commitment to the church.
I appreciate that.
You guys are amazing. So
Thank you.
you guys have helped me tremendous through my years here. So thank y'all for that.
Yes, sir.
We appreciate y'all. You know, there's a great message called Just Show Up.
Oh, cool.
Just show up. If you didn't do anything else in your life, just show up.
Show up.
When you're supposed to show up, show up. And God will use you to make a difference. So he's definitely used our young people. And David, you get bombarded, don't you, with other people saying, what? Everybody wants to have a dynamic group of youth. Everybody, every church. I don't blame them. I want it too. And I think David gets hit pretty hard with that. What is the number one thing that you guys think? I know there's a lot of them, but the number one thing that you would pop out there saying is the reason for this youth explosion that's coming out of our church. What would it be?
Brinley, I'm gonna let you go ahead.
That's
Like,
cheap, isn't it?
but like, I think it's easier for all of us to go out and do more, just because we have such a big group of people who is all we're all so connected with each other. Like everyone knows who everyone is, and we're all willing to go out and help and find new people that want to come in and learn more about Jesus and just.
It all starts there.
Yeah.
That's
Amen.
good. Eli's
Eli.
coming.
I'm gonna kind of go off of what Brentley said. You know, our junior class is so big. I feel like everybody knows everybody. So if
Sure.
you tell that one person about God and stuff like that, they're gonna go back and tell the other person, and other person, the other person is gonna keep going on.
Yeah, there's strength in numbers.
Yeah.
It
Yes,
is.
sir.
It is.
No doubt about
And
it.
that's one thing I've always tried to build throughout my years is a family atmosphere toward our youth group. And it all starts at the top. You know, if somebody knows you genuine and love them, they're gonna come and be a part of it, you know. So I think each one of these guys know, and pretty much everybody else, that every youth leader we have loves them tremendous.
Yeah. And like we've all grown up together. Like
Yeah, we would, ain't no telling what we'd do for each other. I mean, we got each other's back. You know, we may fuss a little bit, but we got each other's back. And they know that, and, you know, how many kids out there really want just somebody to love them, you know, and
Absolutely.
show them how much God loves them.
Yeah.
And I think these two can testify. They're adults in their lives that loves them. We don't have to be blood, but we love each other.
We absolutely love them, and we challenge you to open that group up and include this new grade that's coming and the new kids, so that they can learn and have the same kind of glue to their group that you guys have, and Christ will live on. We did that perfect. Did you
Yeah.
see the light blink over there?
I didn't hear it. I mean, I didn't see it, but I heard it.
Well, the lights don't make sounds, Eli.
They don't make-
They come on.
Oh, yeah.
You see them with your eyes. I'm just kidding, man. Hey, thanks, Eli.
Thank
Yes, sir.
y'all for coming
Love
so
you.
much.
Love
y'all.
you too, girl.
love you. Thank y'all.
And just
Thank y'all for having
appreciate it. I
us.
told you we'd have fun.
Yeah,
Yes,
it was
sir.
fun.
Now, if you put on $3 night right now, this is perfect. Now, we got one more segment, and unfortunately, everybody has to watch one of my sermons. But man, the Ten Commandment thing has been very challenging. Somebody said, "Well, what's the sermon on in Green Street this Sunday?" I said, "Oh, thou shalt not commit adultery." Come up with a sermon about that. So anyway, it's going to be fun, and we'll have one on in just a minute for you to watch. Once again, thank you for watching Inside Cornerstone. We appreciate these two young people being a part of our show today, and we continue to march on and try to share Christ with the world. Thank you for watching.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Medicine Express Family Pharmacy, located conveniently at the corner of Airport Drive and Highway 280 in Alexander City, offers friendly service, convenient drive-through service, and can answer any questions on prescriptions and vitamins. Local family owned with 30-plus years of pharmacy experience, they also offer compounding services, which includes personalized hormone replacement, therapies, and pain gels. And they accept most insurance and discount cards. Go see them today at Medicine Express Family Pharmacy.
Amanda Scroggins with RE/MAX Around the Lake will cover every inch of Lake Martin's 880 miles of shoreline to find your family's dream home. Amanda's experience is top-notch, and she is consistently a top 10 RE/MAX agent in the state of Alabama. Her love for her clients is sincere and from the heart. Call her today at 256-749-6634 or visit her website, amandascroggins.com today.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
This commandment starts with a word that the others don't. I mean, it's like, thou shalt not, thou shalt not. And you've got all those commandments and don't do this, but this one doesn't. This commandment starts with the word remember. Remember. And that's a very important word to us. Sometimes we forget what God has really done for us. We're pretty good at remembering birthdays, although I have to ask every time, now, whose birthday is this? We're pretty good at remembering that. Nobody forgets Christmas, of course. We remember family reunions. We remember a lot of things. But I think especially we should take special note of the things that God tells us to remember. In the first Sunday of every month, we celebrate the Lord's Supper, communion. We do that because Jesus said, do this as often as you remember me. And so when we come down here and we take communion, we may get at the altar after we're finished. We may just think about it. We think about and we remember that the reason that we're here today is because God's Son, Jesus Christ, died on a cross for us. That is the foundation of what we believe. And the day that we start forgetting that will be a day that the church is in deep trouble. But it seems to be something that is being pushed out there to be forgotten. But in this scripture it says, remember the Sabbath to keep it holy. So that's the first thing we need to remember about this great commandment. Another one that we need to talk about or think about is it is the Lord that made this day holy. God made this day holy. This is not an option for us to decide what Sunday is about. Sunday is a day that God made holy. And when He created this world, there's some really neat scriptures that I just want to throw out to you right quick. For example, we're back in Genesis now at the creation. 1:4, God made the light. And it says, and God saw that it was good. In 1:9, He made the sea and the ground. And God saw that it was all good. He goes on and makes the vegetation. 1:14, and He saw that it was good. He made the sun and the moon, and He saw that it was good. He made the creation of the sea and everything that dwells in the sea, and He saw that it was good. He's made the creatures of the land, and He looked at that, and He saw that it was good. And then He made man and woman and said, and that was very good. That God created everything that we have today. We need to think about the Sabbath in this way. What we're remembering today is the God that created everything out there. All the places that we go and enjoy, including us, those things were created by God. Those of us that want to go hop in our boat, maybe at 9 o'clock because the bass are biting, well, God made Lake Martin, and God made those fish. Those of us that love our favorite team and have tickets to one of the games that starts during church time, I thought you'd like that. God made everything that we experience. So the second thing we need to remember is that God blessed it. It is God that made it holy. And He set up the Sabbath so we could come together and remember and take time out of our busy schedules and our weeks to come and celebrate the one who gave us all of it. In just a minute, we'll be talking about America and what that looks like, and it doesn't look good. Statistics show that less and less people are attending church. But the first thing we need to realize is that God made it. And He invites us to join Him in honoring the Sabbath by coming together for church and to have services. You know, the Jewish people celebrate Saturday as their Sabbath. When I was growing up in Sylacauga, Green Street kind of latched on to this because a lot of those Sylacaugians go to Green Street. But one of my closest friends was a guy named Larry Goldberg. If you were ever in Sylacauga and went by the store there, Sylacauga Cash, I think they call it, he ran the store. Well, his son, Larry, and I were good friends. We spent a lot of time together. And Larry invited me to go to temple with him one Saturday, because their Sabbath is on Saturday. So Larry and I went there. Let me tell you something. We got a gravy train on Sunday school. Their Sunday school was intense. You sat in desks, in classrooms, and you got graded. Well, one of the classes we went to was Hebrew, and you get a grade, and you pass from one grade to the next. Then you have the Old Testament class that you go to, and there was about 3.5 hours of that. And then they had their service there. But see, they did that on Saturday. Well, now, what do you think about that? Does anybody want to change the services to Saturday? I mean, what happened in the Protestant church is eventually they changed the Sabbath from Saturday to Sunday, and it was because of the resurrection, that Jesus was actually resurrected on Sunday. So it's not that one's better than the other. It's just they have different reasons. And because Jesus was raised on Sunday, then Sunday becomes our Sabbath that we go to. Back in the beginning when this country was founded, and we see a lot of that when we watch these shows that talk about the life during that time, the Westerns and the people that it was tough, and they went out and built their own homes out in the woods and tried to get by and tried to live. They all loaded up on the wagon and they went to church together. We see that. Sometimes they ring a bell, but it didn't matter how cold it was. It didn't matter if something else was going on. They went to church. Well, gradually things began to change. We had blue laws in this country and in this state and in this community that basically closed everything down. I think I probably told you before, but when I went to Mount Tabor, south of Birmingham, in college to pastor that church, one of the first messages I did was I think it was the First Baptist Church of Cleveland, whose church adjoined the parking area for the Cleveland Indians, closed their Easter service down so that they could sell parking spaces on Easter Sunday for the people that were attending the doubleheader. And before we get too critical of that, we just need to think of what was going on all over this country. Businesses began to open up. Vacation places thrived. I remember when college would never play a contest on Sunday, and yet they do. My first personal experience was that when Wesley and Ryan were in the finals of a couple of tennis tournaments. And of course, there weren't any more matches going on, but they scheduled the finals at 11 o'clock on Sunday. And I remember walking up to them and saying, well, there's nobody else in it. They're in the finals. There's only one more match. Can you guys not play them at 1 o'clock? And they said, no, we scheduled it on Sunday at 11, and that's when we're going to play it. And so probably wasn't the most popular dad that day, but I said, okay, then we forfeit. And we left. It kept going on and on and on. Some of you guys were present when all the T-balls and the competitions that are going on right now. Right now, we're having church. They're going on. And travel ball and stuff like that. And some of you were there, and I want to tell you how much I appreciate the fact that you asked me to do a little 9 and 10-year-old message right before we began to continue in the tournament. I mean, thanks. I appreciate that opportunity. And I'm not trying to be sarcastic about it at all. But when we drove home that day, I looked over Shireen. She makes her own decisions, and I make mine, but we're on the same page. I said, this is the last time I'm going to any kind of travel ball tournament who plays at 11 and 12 o'clock. I'll get there early in the morning if I can. I'll come in the afternoon, but I'm not going up here. I'd rather my grandchildren know why I'm not there than to know why I am there. And the reason, this is me personally, okay? I got like a million thoughts. So don't start thinking, oh, well, that's heroic. No, it's actually not. Because I had done all that stuff before I reached this point. But it was just, God was tired of the hypocrisy that was going on in my life. If I'm going to say that Christ is first in my life, and if he's asking me to honor him on Sunday, I need to get my tail in church and not be at the ballpark. And I'm a former coach. So I've never done that again. But those are the challenges that we have in this society today. And I'm not here trying to change anybody's mind. I'm simply saying that we need to think about the seriousness of our own faith and being a witness for Christ in all that we do. Because we live in a society today that they're going to do everything in their power, and Satan is going to use those things to try to keep us out of church.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Amanda Scroggins with RE/MAX Around the Lake will cover every inch of Lake Martin's 880 miles of shoreline to find your family's dream home. Amanda's experience is top-notch, and she is consistently a top 10 RE/MAX agent in the state of Alabama. Her love for her clients is sincere and from the heart. Call her today at 256-749-6634 or visit her website, amandascroggins.com today.
Medicine Express Family Pharmacy, located conveniently at the corner of Airport Drive and Highway 280 in Alexander City, offers friendly service, convenient drive-through service, and can answer any questions on prescriptions and vitamins. Local family owned with 30-plus years of pharmacy experience, they also offer compounding services, which includes personalized hormone replacement, therapies, and pain gels. And they accept most insurance and discount cards. Go see them today at Medicine Express Family Pharmacy.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.